Hey Angelo, I make $80,000, but I still feel broke. Where is all the money going and how do I actually fix it? Well, let me be once in my life nice and friendly and give something for free. Well, question number one is the $80,000 feels or makes you feel broke because other people around you make more than 80,000, right? This could be an issue. If you make 80,000, and if you feel good, you live in the place you like, you can afford to do whatever you want, buy you whatever you want. You like your life, but if people around you make more than 80,000, this could definitely make you feel, less. So the question you should ask yourself is, do I currently uh, live life that I like? Can I afford life that I like? Is the 80K currently making it's enough for me? If I like my life as it is right now, making $80,000 and I don't lack anything, then my advice would be to change the people around you who are making more money. Basically, change your environment. If people around you making 300K, regardless of how much you have, you're still gonna feel less and you're still gonna feel at least less successful. If people around you making 80K or less, but you really can't afford what you want. You cannot travel. You cannot have days off. You cannot really, try new things. You don't live in a place you like. You live probably in a bad neighborhood. All these things that you probably think that your earnings do not really allow you to expand on better lifestyle, or you cannot reach your investment goals. You might not be on the lifestyle side like myself. I'm more on every extra dollar trying to put someplace else, to earn yield. Then definitely the etiquette it's the issue. So put things into perspective. Where is the issue? Look around. Do I like my life? Check. Do I like where I live? Check. Do I like my lifestyle, what I eat? Do I miss something that can actually be, fixed with money? No, everything I want, I have. Good. So then why the 80K feels less? Maybe the city, maybe the environment, maybe the friends. So this is going to be probably things that I should ask myself first. Then you also ask, where is my money going and how do I actually fix? Well, the money outflow, it's hard to find out. It's easy to see where the money coming in. Most people work one job or two jobs. So it's very easy to know exactly when you're going to get paid and how much you're going to get paid. 100, 400, 600, 800, 1,000 a week. People know exactly how much money they're making, when they're going to get paid, and they know how many hours and what for. The problem is a lot of people don't actually keep up with the expenses because expenses is floating. Sometimes you want to spend more money during throughout the week. You go out, Wednesday, Thursdays, Fridays. Sometimes weekend you want to stay home or just walk in the park or do some classes or something. So the idea over here is that if you do not keep up like a spreadsheet or some tracking mechanism, of course it will be hard for you to actually measure. Most people, from my experience, I'm judging by people around me, my friends, they spend most of their money on food. They eat outside all the time. Of course, the main excuse is that they cannot cook. They don't know how to cook. They don't have time to do the grocery, which is nonsense because you can just order all the groceries and you can just book some of these apps and you can schedule every single week at this time of the day food to be delivered and you have a doorman that can collect all the food and bring it up to your room. So no, you can just order. You can actually you can get even smarter and you can actually get cooking classes, which will be very beneficial on the financial side. Like I mentioned, you're going to save a lot of money, but you're also going to learn a skill, regardless are you male or female. So you see how you always structure and utilize certain strategy to extract at least two positive outcomes. One that is obvious, which is gonna save more money by cooking, and the second, benefit or positive outcome a lot of people don't understand is you gain another skill and you add another skill in your skill set. So this is what I'm going to tell you. Look at the outflows, especially if you're paying with credit cards. The easiest way to track any expense is if you're paying with credit cards. Now, if you have a portfolio of credit cards like myself, like use different cards for different expenses, you get different benefits, but could be a different, little bit more time consuming process, but still, it is very easy. Because before, when you spend with cash, you don't really know how much money you gave. You have to collect your change. It's things are pretty blur. But now with all the mobile banking, you can simply track all the expenses, and you can make things even easier if you have some of the, let's say you run some of the AI models on the local machine. You have some of the, let's say you have Cloud Code on your computer on the local machine. You don't have it online in the cloud, so you can effectively upload the screenshots of your mobile banking, and you can just ask Cloud to systematize and filter the expenses and create a beautiful pie chart or line graphic chart which will represents in different colors and segments where do you spend your money on the most. Then you can get it even further. I'm going to give you a small detail over here. You can utilize and explain, because Cloud Code will see you ate at Pizza 123 Main Street, 4 days last month. You spent $112, with taxi. Then you can ask Cloud Code, is there any other pizza shop in the area, let's say in the range of 3 miles, 2 miles, that I can actually buy this cheaper? And the Cloud Code will find and say, okay, if you eat in that spot, the pizza is almost the same, but you're going to save monthly maybe 60, 70, $80. Like the pizza might be half, right? There's all these small elements, let's say you spend a lot of money on drinks, you go out, with colleagues, you go out with, dates, whatever, and you see that you kept going to the same spot. People love going places that they know. People don't want to go to new spots, new weight stuff, new systems. They always have to, learn how it works, wait list, whatever. You can do the same exact exercise with bars, with clubs. Every single expense that is repeatable and predictable, places that you kept visiting in the past and spend money with. Cloud Code can create a special system and brings you a bunch of different suggestions for areas in your neighborhood, right? So you can get, instead of getting, whatever drink you're getting over here, you can get the same drink in the other bar, which is, you know, almost the same, and the place is almost the same, but you're saving, let's say, 20, 30% on each visit. When you compound this on, let's say, you visit twice a week, that's going to be 8 times a month. You understand how many are actually compounding. And when you offset some of these extra expenses from one of the places, from the pizza shop or from the drink spot, you're kind of paying for the other one. You save money from the pizza shop, the savings are covering your drinks, and vice versa. You understand how the math actually starts working in your favor. But again, this is on Instagram. If you guys have some questions, you can DM on Instagram and you can send me the questions, and I would give my best to reply. Anyway,